Hello, my friends. This is R.Joshua Collins, and I just wanted you to meet my friend Melissa. And she has quite a testimony of how she became on the streets, homeless and everything. And I just wanted her to share her story. So go ahead, Melissa, and explain kind of what happened. How did you get on the streets?
I married in 2003 when my father passed away, and the gentleman that I married, he and I had an abusive relationship, I should say.
Yeah.
And he beat me for 11 years and kicked me out of my home.
Wow.
And that's how I became on the streets.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much.
That's what happened. So what city was this in?
Anaheim.
Oh gosh, wow. So
Right
and
there on Gilbert.
Okay, and the police haven't helped you or anything with this?
No, they I was too afraid
Yeah.
to speak, and because I was still living there with him.
Yeah.
And I got picked up. Well, I started the divorce.
Yeah.
When I started the divorce.
Yeah.
He was required to pay me alimony, and I left the house, and I went to my mom's, and I hadn't seen him in about 4.5 months.
Yeah.
And then when I did see him, I was picked up and put into protective custody. And when I got out, he picked me up and came to see me through the whole time in jail. And he came to see me, and when I was released, he brought me home and put a 12-gauge shotgun to my head and headbutted me in the nose, which is why I have that scar.
Wow.
And never told the police that he did that. And he left me there at the mobile home.
Yeah.
And the mobile home never, the management there didn't say a word until I had brought a friend in and introduced them to management.
Yeah.
And that was about a year later. When that happened, they said I was too young to be in the mobile home park.
Yeah.
And he came back, and the night he came back, the neighbor called because they heard moaning, and he was there and said, yeah, he was drunk, and yeah, he talks in his sleep. And actually, he said, who in the F called you when they came in? And he said, what do you want? And they said they had to do a welfare check because the neighbor had heard moaning and whatnot. So Anaheim PD looked at me and said, good luck.
Wow.
That was it. And so he stayed again until he broke my hand and beat me within an inch of my life. And the management there knew it. They didn't call. I sat there for 2.5 weeks with a broken hand.
Oh my gosh.
And that was almost 2 years ago, coming March.
Wow, that's awful.
And come to think of it, yeah, because last year, Rory and I, in the book, he wrote most of it down, but he doesn't have that journal. It starts from last year to this year. And last year I was at this other lady's house on Magnolia, and she took me in.
Oh,
so,
that's good.
Periodically I've seen him drive by.
Yeah.
But, here and there.
And
then when I met you at Maxwell,
yeah.
this gentleman in the general area over here in that part of the neighborhood, he had friended me and picked me up, and he had robbed my mom's house and snapped. He smacked me in the mouth, and that's how I landed at Maxwell.
Oh, wow.
So he had just hit me in the mouth, and then that was the night I met Officer Beck and that gentleman from the Mission Outreach.
Yeah.
And because I was so afraid to say anything again, I sat there, and Buddha was the one who helped me get back over to here. And I've been here for what now? It's been like 2 weeks.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was over there last.
Yeah.
So, yeah, here I am, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And on top of that, somebody stole my purse last night.
Yeah. Wow.
And on top of that, I've had things stolen from me like 3 times over.
Oh, it's horrible. Wow. Yeah.
My information. Yeah, so that's how I landed here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Go ahead, Nancy. What were you going to ask her?
You were on disability, right?
I was on disability medically, and he was taking me Social Security disability permanent. He only did the doctor that gave me the 3 months to 6 months temporary disability, and he was responsible for my welfare at that time. And when I had quit legal aid in LA County, it was about this time of the year, and they said there was nothing that they could do in the court-wise to me, that he couldn't touch me and do anything to me until I was with legal representation. And I was going through all the medical stuff, and I didn't have legal representation. And he took me to a doctor over on Beach and something. It was a lung doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And that guy got him to admit that we were married over 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
and that he wasn't separated any time other than when I actually submitted the paperwork for the divorce.
Mm-hmm.
And otherwise, he said he lied. And I never signed anything. I didn't have legal representation, and he somehow forged my information or went to the court and said that we were divorced and that he had got the best of me and took me to the bank, and he called me everything in the book.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow.
then he had me thrown out of the mobile home park, and I just left.
Yeah.
He came and changed the locks. He could come in anytime he wanted. He had a key, you know. There was there was nothing I could do. I had nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Melissa, how did you end up on disability? Why did
Physically
you
from
need it?
him,
Wow.
because he broke my hand and beat me so bad. He busted out my molars. He he busted my hand, and then they want to go back and do surgery on this hand because of the way the tendon rolls over that joint.
Yeah.
It didn't heal right,
Mhm.
and then they said because he had knocked my ear that there was fluid, and when I
Wow.
move when I lay a certain way, I get vertigo.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
I
it's
was
bad.
afraid to go under the
Yeah.
knife because I didn't know how bad the vertigo was,
Yeah.
and if I was to go under, would I recover, and what would it be like? And
Mm-hmm.
the doctor that I was going to at the time, he didn't have time to sit down and explain anything to me, and he was actually pretty rude, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
And so I never went back because of that. Plus, I didn't have transportation, and my mom being elderly, and it's a lot of stress on her,
Yeah.
and it's just too much. And then I don't have the money
Mhm.
because they denied my claim.
Mhm.
In the meantime, now I'm not getting any money or income.
Mhm.
And when I went to the Garden Grove Social Security office,
Yeah.
they wanted a whole new set of films and everything, and those CDs were lost in the transition of me getting kicked out and the move and where all of it went or whatnot. And he says I stole everything from him, but he had already taken everything that he had wanted, and then I don't know.
Mhm.
It's too much.
Did you have some injuries to your back?
Yeah, I have 4 blown discs
Wow.
and sciatic nerve, and the doctor said that it was enough, that I was done. And then I went to a different doctor, and then they wanted to send me to their therapy, and their doctor, he owned the therapy office, and it was a waste of time because the one doctor had already said, basically he wasn't going to, he said, I'll give you 2 weeks, and I'm not going to lie to you, and you're going to have surgery,
Mhm.
or you're just permanently disabled.
Yeah.
How did you get this injury to your back?
From the years of him beating me and whatever, plus it's degenerative and it's osteoporosis, which is, what do they call that? When it's, my mom has it.
Decaying.
Hereditary.
Yeah, it's hereditary
Yeah.
decaying discs and stuff.
Mm.
And then if I do work in a computer, I can't do the work at the computer because of the lump on my hand now, and plus the broken hand. And the way I sit in a desk, it made my whole arm go numb. And when I went to the doctor to find out why my arm keeps going numb, they said it was because I had a hole in my left lung from the stress
Yeah.
and whatever. And they said actually due to trauma. And that was when he beat me so bad on my back and all the bruises that I had on the back.
Yeah.
That was from trauma.
Wow.
And then that plus sitting too long at the computer, like right now, I still get the numbness in my arm
Mhm.
and everything else. And the doctor that I had seen that took care of casting my hands said that when I was away from him and safe,
Mhm.
that they would go ahead and change the information in the computer and show the abuse and report the fact that I was being abused.
Mhm.
And I haven't gone back up there. Now my thyroid prescription just ran out. I have no way to make it up to the doctor's office, and they won't refill my thyroid. If I go home for the holiday, I'll have to wait, and then I'll be out months without a thyroid pill,
Yeah.
and then I'll start all over again, which she'll have to put me back on temporary disability, and the whole thing starts over again. And I never get any further, any worse from the whole thing, except
Yeah.
for they showed through the court paperwork that he got 8 years worth of pension is what it said,
Yeah.
but I have to apply for it, and I didn't apply for anything because I never agreed to anything, and I never signed anything, and I don't understand how I could have gotten a divorce without any legal representation
Mhm.
or signing anything or agreeing to anything.
Mhm.
If he was the one abusing me and then responsible to take care of me
Yeah.
and my medical and my health and my welfare, I think that's really a wrong justice.
Mhm. Okay.
It's an injustice gone wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks so much for sharing, Melissa. We'll definitely pray for you. So please keep Melissa in prayer, and if you can help in any way, please let me know. I'm on Facebook, Homeless Advocates for Christ. You can also email me at servingjesus99212@yahoo.com. If you have any suggestions on how to help Melissa, again, servingjesus99212@yahoo.com. And Facebook, Homeless Advocates for Christ. Please keep Melissa and the homeless in prayer that are also dealing with other homeless people that are dealing with similar situations. It's a very sad thing. So thanks so much again for your prayers and support. May God bless. Bye.